GTA 4 has been regarded as one of the franchise's most underrated titles. The game's approach to Liberty City is why the game is still talked about and popular today. The serious tone and grimy look and feel of the game, the notorious driving, and let's not forget to mention the storytelling, character progression of Niko, Luis, and Johnny, and world building are all a masterclass in gaming, and are some of the reasons why GTA 4 still holds up 16 years later. So with that in mind, today I want to talk about GTA 4, how it compares to its predecessors, and why it's still so great. Let's go back to 2008. GTA San Andreas had already blown everyone's mind with its massive map, RPG-style stat systems, gang wars, and customization options that made it feel like you were basically living another life. Before that, Vice City gave us neon-soaked nostalgia and one of the best soundtracks ever. And in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really a big fan of GTA 3's Liberty City. It was certainly a marker and a revolutionary piece of media for Rockstar, but overall, the game compared to its successors, it's not one of the best games. When Rockstar dropped GTA 4, expectations were through the roof. But instead of trying to go bigger just for the sake of it, Rockstar did something way more interesting. They went deeper. GTA 4 stripped away a lot of the video gamey stuff from San Andreas, and at first glance, some people didn't know how to feel about that. There were no gyms, no jetpacks, no territories to conquer, no gang wars, but what we got instead was way more grounded, focused, and a refined experience. GTA 4 was about realism. The driving was a lot heavier and more physics-based. Cars had weight to them, momentum, and damage models that actually made you care about collisions and actually made you cautious while you were driving. Cover systems were introduced, movement was a little bit slower, but it felt intentional. Every step, every punch, every bullet felt like it had consequences and weight to it. And honestly, that shift in tone helped make Liberty City feel way more alive than its previous game, GTA 3, and honestly, more alive than any other map before it. It actually felt like you were in a world that felt lived in. One of the biggest gameplay leaps GTA 4 made was in its driving systems. Compared to the floaty arcade feel of San Andreas or Vice City, GTA 4 made driving feel like actual driving. Some people like this, a lot of people don't like this. Every car handled differently depending on its weight, size, and traction, and rain would actually mess up your grip. High-speed turns could easily send you spinning and fly you off to somewhere. And like I mentioned, some people liked this, but a lot of people felt the driving was a little too realistic, and it's been known to be slippery. The game actually forced you to respect the mechanics and actually learn how to drive in Liberty City, not just barrel through traffic for no reason without consequences. Another major innovation was the cover system in gunfights. GTA 4 was the first in the series to really embrace third-person shooter mechanics, and it showed. You could blind fire, pop in and out of cover, and use more environmental tactics than ever before. It wasn't perfect or anything, but it gave shootouts a little more depth than usual. It added more tension than the previous games just didn't have. And then there's the multiplayer aspect. It was the first time Rockstar went all in with an online mode for GTA, and while it was clunky by today's standards, it laid the groundwork for what would eventually become GTA Online in some respect. You could free roam, you could do missions, you could play deathmatch, or you could just goof around with your buddies in a fully explorable online version of Liberty City. There was nothing else like it at the time. All of this came together to redefine what GTA could be. It's clear that GTA 4 was a massive leap forward, and I'm not alone in sharing this opinion. I mean, if you look up GTA 4 in 2025 as of now, you won't find any shortage of video essays, reviews, and masterpiece videos praising the game and its mechanics, storytelling, and just overall standing in gaming. The second you boot up GTA 4 and hear that somber piano during the loading screen, you know this isn't the same kind of GTA story as before. We're thrown into a bleak, brutal world of Niko Bellic, an Eastern European immigrant with a violent past chasing the American dream, and one of the most cynical portrayals of America we've ever seen in a video game. What makes it work so well is Niko just isn't some player avatar or like some extension of the player. He's a fully fleshed out character with trauma, regrets, and constant internal conflict between his past and future. Niko doesn't come to Liberty City with goals of trying to rule it or anything. He's not trying to be like the next Tommy Vercetti or Carl Johnson or anything. He's just trying to get away from his past. He's running from the horrors he lived through back in the war, trying to find some peace or maybe even redemption. But Liberty City doesn't just let people like Niko off that easy. The entire game is basically a slow realization that the dream Niko came to Liberty City for is a lie, that the corruption, betrayal, and violence he was trying trying to get away from exists here too, just dressed up in nicer clothes. It's widely accepted that the writing in GTA 4 is probably Rockstar's most mature to date. Every mission, every conversation, every betrayal feels grounded and real. The game isn't trying to make you laugh or isn't trying to poke jokes every 5 seconds or anything like that, although the game is very funny and the radio definitely has its moments. They even added Cat Williams in here, so they definitely know how to add jokes.
If you're not careful,
Niko is constantly pulled in different directions by people like Roman who believe in hope and opportunity, and guys like Dimitri who only care about power and money. And what's so compelling about Niko is that he's aware of how messed up all of this is. He just doesn't know how to escape it. He's trapped by his own past and the city's broken promises. But where the story really expands is in the DLCs, The Lost of the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. The beauty of these DLCs is that unlike today, back in the day, we used to get full-fledged DLCs, full stories, actual expansions into the world, full-blown narratives that run parallel to Niko's and help paint a complete picture of Liberty City. The Lost and the Damned give us Johnny Klebitz, a biker caught between loyalty and leadership. His story is grimy, violent, and ends in betrayal. Meanwhile, The Ballad of Gay Tony flips the tone completely. Luis Lopez is juggling nightclubs, crime lords, and a flashy lifestyle that masks deep insecurity, and full of wild moments that balance out the bleakness of the main game. I mean, a lot of the portions of Ballad of Gay Tony is completely changed. The neon lights, the fact the game no longer looks dark and gloomy, the sun is out, the sky, you can actually see the skies. I mean, it doesn't have that brown gray filter over it anymore. It's actually like a poppy looking game. What's genius is how all three of the stories interconnect. You'll see the same missions from different perspectives. You'll witness events from Niko's campaign play out again in Luis's or Johnny's eyes, and it never feels forced. It just makes the city feel that much more alive. Every character is dealing with their own problems, but all of them are ultimately trapped in the same city, clawing for something better and usually failing. Even the protagonists themselves are layered in ways most games still don't even try to pull off. Niko is a war criminal trying to do right in a world that keeps dragging him down. Johnny is a leader trying to keep his dysfunctional family from falling apart, and Luis is a bodyguard trying to keep his flashy boss and his own life from blowing up. They're not heroes or anything, they're not villains, they're just people, and that's why they stick with you long after the credits roll, long after the game is over. In a medium full of power fantasies, GTA 4 told a story about broken men chasing broken dreams. That's why the story of GTA 4 hits so hard today. If the story and characters are the heart of GTA 4, then Liberty City is the soul. Rockstar built a world that feels like it exists even when you're not playing. Every corner, every alley, every sidewalk in Liberty City feels handcrafted to reflect a city with history, personality, and pain. In many ways, it's the most grounded, immersive open world Rockstar has ever created. Compared to the bright chaos of San Andreas or the nostalgic glitz of Vice City, Liberty City feels gritty, cold, and unrelenting. The buildings tower over you. The weather actually affects your mood. You'll walk down the street and hear a bum yelling about the government while a businessman curses into his phone and street performer tries to hustle a few dollars. It's all atmospheric, but none of it feels fake. The city doesn't feel like it was built just for you. It feels like you're just trying to survive in it, the same as everyone else is. And that's what makes the world so immersive, the way we, the player, interact with it. Even the little things like the radio stations are filled with character. The hosts talk about politics, celebrity scandals, weird conspiracy theories, and they give you a real sense of what the vibe of the city is. It's chaotic, cynical, and deeply sarcastic, but Liberty City is basically America turned up to 11. And the radio captures all of that perfectly. There's also this strange beauty in how bleak the city feels. The color palette is muted, it's all grays, browns, and shadows. And there's a constant overcast in the sky. It feels like a place where dreams come to die, and yet you keep going. Because even with all the grime and corruption, there's a strange sense of hope embedded in the city's design. But that's the magic of Liberty City. It's not trying to impress you with the size or anything like that. It impresses you with the detail, atmosphere, and immersion. Honestly, that kind of world building is something you don't see too often, and it's certainly something that you don't forget. GTA 4 took a risk. It stripped away the spectacle and gave us a world grounded in struggle, fatigue, and survival. That choice set it apart from every game in the series before and after. The gameplay rewarded thought and control. Driving and combat forced players to slow down and take stock in their environment. Nothing came easy. Every action had friction. The story presented characters who carried weight. Niko Bellic wasn't a legend, he was just a man trying to move forward without knowing where forward even was. GTA 4 remains one of the most focused, grounded, and emotionally effective open world games ever made. Its design, writing, and atmosphere continues to influence the genre. If you guys stayed this long, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. How do you feel about GTA 4 as well? And if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.